Chassidic Parashat of Tazria and Metzora eating humble pie in the rich tradition of Jewish spirituality. The weekly Torah portion of Vayikra offers us a profound lesson about humility, especially through the ritual of leprosy purification. When we read the words, "Then the Kohen shall command to take 2 clean living birds and cedar wood, scarlet wool, and hyssop for the purification of the leper," it may seem like a list of mundane items. However, these verses actually invite us to delve deeper into the themes of pride and humility in our lives. Leprosy, often seen as just a physical ailment, carries with it a significant spiritual lesson. According to tradition, it is viewed as a punishment for arrogance. The leper is called to reflect deeply on his behavior and mindset, to shed his pride like an old coat, and to embrace humility. This journey is symbolized through the scarlet dye, which comes from a lowly worm, and the hyssop plant, known for its humble growth in the cracks of walls and stones. But here's where it gets interesting. If the goal of this purification is to inspire humility, why do we include cedar wood, a symbol of strength and grandeur, in the process? This juxtaposition raises important questions about what it truly means to be humble. To help us navigate this conundrum, we can turn to the teachings of the Baal Shem Tov, a pivotal figure in Hasidic thought, who provides a relatable parable that sheds light on this complex issue. Imagine a king consumed by his desire for immortality, embarking on a quest to find the fabled fountain of youth. Along the way, he encounters a wise man who offers him a different kind of wisdom. To achieve true immortality, you must rid your heart of arrogance and cultivate genuine humility. Eager to follow this advice, the king decides to abandon his royal carriage and walk modestly behind it. However, as he tries to embody humility, he finds himself feeling even more arrogant. "Look at me," he thinks. "I'm a powerful king, and yet I walk among my subjects." The wise man observes this troubling transformation and gently advises the king, "Your Majesty, it's not enough to merely walk behind the carriage. You must also nurture true humility in your heart." This story serves as a reminder that humility isn't just about how we present ourselves to others. It's an inner quality that requires sincerity and self-awareness. It's easy to put on a humble facade, but the real challenge lies in cultivating an authentic sense of humility that resonates within. This theme becomes even more relatable during Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. Picture the scene. The rabbi, overwhelmed by the weight of the day, throws himself to the ground in a moment of deep prayer, crying out, "I am nothing. Before you, O God, I am like the dust of the earth." The cantor, inspired by the rabbi's fervor, joins him on the floor, echoing his sentiments. Then the town's water carrier, witnessing this display, decides to prostrate himself too, lamenting, "I am nothing. Before you, O God, I am like the dust of the earth." In the midst of this heartfelt moment, the rabbi notices the water carrier's enthusiastic participation and cannot help but smile. He nudges the cantor and remarks humorously, "Look at him. Look who thinks he's nothing." This light-hearted exchange highlights an essential truth about humility. It's not just about how we act in front of others. It's about the sincerity behind those actions. Genuine humility comes from a place of true understanding of oneself and one's place in the world. So, what does the cedar wood have to do with all of this? It serves as a symbol of strength and resilience, reminding us that we can be both humble and proud, both grounded and elevated. The cedar, tall and mighty, teaches us that it's possible to stand with confidence while still embodying the humility of the hyssop, which thrives in the small and overlooked spaces of life. This duality of existence beckons us to embrace our strengths while simultaneously acknowledging our vulnerabilities. The Baal Shem Tov further underscores this idea in the Nishmas prayer, recited during Shabbat, "And all that stand before you shall bow down." One can bow even while standing erect. This beautiful teaching reminds us that true humility is an internal state, one we can maintain regardless of our external situation. We can achieve great things and still carry a spirit of lowliness and gratitude in our hearts. Moreover, the earthenware vessel in the purification ritual, which holds one of the sacrificed birds over live, running water, symbolizes the delicate balance between humility and vitality. It grounds the leper in the reality of his situation while also offering the refreshing promise of living waters, the teachings of the Torah. This relationship between humility and spiritual nourishment is crucial. It prevents us from spiraling into self-doubt or despair. Instead, it allows us to rise above our challenges, transforming us into better, more compassionate individuals. In the end, the purification process for leprosy teaches us about the nature of humility and the intricate dance between pride and modesty. It encourages us to stand tall like the cedar while nurturing a spirit of lowliness within, recognizing that true humility is not about self-deprecation, but about appreciating our worth in the grand scheme of things. Through the wisdom of the Baal Shem Tov and the lessons embedded in Vayikra, we are reminded that our spiritual journeys are not just personal endeavors. They are collective aspirations that connect us all. The leper's transition from arrogance to humility is a powerful reminder of the transformative power of self-reflection and authentic growth. As we navigate the complexities of our own lives, may we find the courage to embrace our strengths while remaining humble, allowing us to connect more deeply with the divine and with one another. In this delicate balance, we discover the path to true spiritual elevation, leading us toward a richer, more fulfilling existence. Through Torah and mitzvot, regaining lost stature in the rich tapestry of Jewish thought and spirituality, the themes of humility and pride aren't just abstract concepts. They resonate deeply with our everyday lives and experiences. The Chassidic Parashat, a revered figure in Chassidic philosophy, sheds light on this delicate balance, reminding us that true humility is not about self-deprecation or false modesty. Instead, it's about recognizing our inherent worth and understanding the unique contributions we can make to the world, especially when the moment calls for us to step up, defend our values, or guide others. It's essential to acknowledge our role in the grand scheme of things, especially when it comes to engaging with the Torah and supporting our community. Take, for instance, the period of Sophiras HaOmer, or the counting of the Omer. This time, which follows the joyous celebration of Pesach, is rich with meaning and provides a wonderful opportunity for introspection and growth. The Omer, a measure of barley, symbolizes both the physical and spiritual nourishment we need as we journey toward a deeper connection with the divine. The transition from Pesach, a time of miraculous liberation and overwhelming kindness from Hashem, to the monumental revelation at Sinai, highlights our need not just for divine intervention, but for our own active involvement in the process of spiritual elevation. During Pesach, the Jewish people experienced an incredible outpouring of divine kindness, rescuing them from a state of profound spiritual disarray. They had sunk to the 49th level of impurity, feeling utterly unworthy of redemption. Yet, in a stunning twist of fate, Hashem saved them, showcasing a kind of love and kindness that is beyond human comprehension. However, this miraculous salvation was just the beginning of a longer journey, a journey that would call for structure, discipline, and personal responsibility. The counting of the Omer begins with that immense kindness, yet the Chassidic Parashat warns us that kindness, if not tempered by boundaries, can lead to chaos. It's a reminder that while we are blessed with divine gifts, we also have the responsibility to channel them wisely. The Omer, represented as a defined measurement, symbolizes the necessary balance of restraint alongside kindness. This balance is crucial. Without it, the blessings we receive can become overwhelming, and instead of fostering growth, they can lead to stagnation. The Omer teaches us how to engage with divine kindness in a way that is meaningful and constructive. As we navigate the days of the Omer, we are invited to engage in self-reflection, to examine our character, our strengths, and our weaknesses. This is a time to cultivate a sense of self that is rooted in love for Hashem and reverence for the world around us. The Chassidic Parashat emphasizes that true humility does not mean shying away from our responsibilities. When the moment arises for us to defend the Torah or lend a helping hand, it's vital to recognize our own worth. We shouldn't fall into the trap of thinking, "Who am I to get involved?" Instead, we should step forward with confidence, knowing that each of us has a unique and important role to play in the unfolding story of our spiritual journey. The metaphor of flight perfectly illustrates this dynamic. Our sages speak of serving Hashem as if we have two wings, love and fear. Both are essential for spiritual elevation. We cannot soar to new heights with just one wing. Love draws us into a joyful relationship with the divine and inspires us to embrace the world with compassion. Fear, on the other hand, instills a sense of awe and respect for the Creator, guiding our actions with integrity. This duality is not merely a philosophical notion, it's a practical framework for how we can elevate our spiritual lives. As the days of the Omer unfold, they offer us a precious opportunity to reflect and grow. Each day is a chance to count not just the time, but also the blessings we experience and the moments that transform us. Counting the Omer is not simply a ritual. It's an act of mindfulness that encourages us to engage deeply with our spiritual heritage. Each day presents a new opportunity to reflect, set intentions, and strive for greater alignment with our values. The teachings of the Chichiyai Harem also remind us that we are not on this journey alone. As we work on ourselves, our growth reverberates throughout our community. Each mitzvah we perform and every act of kindness we offer uplifts not only ourselves but also those around us. This process of regaining lost stature is not just about individual achievement. It's about supporting one another, creating a ripple effect that strengthens the entire community. Moreover, the Omer serves as a gentle reminder of the importance of gratitude in our lives. As we count the days, we acknowledge the blessings that surround us, cultivating an attitude of appreciation for the gifts we often take for granted. Gratitude opens our hearts, allowing us to connect more deeply with the divine presence in our lives. It reminds us that our abilities and achievements are not solely our own, but are gifts from Hashem that we are meant to utilize for the greater good. In conclusion, the interplay of Torah, mitzvot, humility, and pride culminates in a profound understanding of our spiritual journey. The counting of the Omer offers us a beautiful opportunity to reflect, grow, and connect with our true selves and our community. As we navigate this sacred time, may we embrace the blessings of humility and pride, recognizing our worth while remaining grounded in our commitment to the divine and to each other. Let us soar together, uplifted by love and guided by reverence, as we journey toward a deeper connection with the sacred.